researchers have shown that even drinking a small amount a few times a week is associated with lower brain volume, lower hippocampus size, which we need for focus and energy and having optimal cognition.
Foods that don't love us back. What are the foods that don't love us back?
I'm going to lose some friends right now on this podcast, but it's what I would call the inflammatory core 4 plus 1, if I can. But would be gluten-containing grains would be on the list. That's things like wheat and rye and barley and spelt. And sort of nuanced conversation about this. Is it really the grain, or is it what we've done to the grain? I think it's more of what we've done to it. We're not properly preparing it, plus we're hybridizing it, we're spraying it with tons of stuff, and then we're over-consuming it, right? We're over-consuming a famine food. We're feasting on a famine food that historically was stored well, and now we're always consuming it, let alone what we've done to the crop and the soil in which it's grown. But for the sake of simplicity, I think the average sort of wheat that people are consuming is triggering a lot of inflammation levels, definitely doesn't love the human species back very much. And number 2 would be industrial seed oils, things like canola oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil, these things that are not, this is kind of controversial for me to say in the health space. I don't think that they are inherently bad. I think they are just overconsumed because we need healthy ratios of omegas 3, 6, and 9. When you think of omegas 3s, it's like the healthy fish, right? People are like the healthy long chain omega fats you get predominantly from fish. People are not having enough of those healthy omega 3s, having a lot of these seed oils that are in a lot of packaged foods. So I think it's just the overconsumption of one and not eating enough of the other. The third would be conventional dairy. By conventional, I mean there's the average dairy that you're getting, the milk that you're getting at the grocery store. There are better versions of it when you're looking at grass-fed organic, A2 milk you'll see popping up, because beta-A2 casein is the subtype of casein that would have been consumed by humans for thousands of years. Now, because of the crossbreeding of cows, most casein is beta-A1 casein, which has been shown to be more inflammatory because, again, of this evolutionary mismatch. Our ancestors wouldn't have consumed all of this. The fermentation of dairy can make it more digestible because it's breaking down the casein, the dairy protein, and those dairy sugars. So things like kefirs, cheeses, and yogurts can be more digestible. And the fourth would be sugar and the overconsumption of that. But most people know that. But I would be more mindful of even the nice sounding euphemisms for sugar, where it's like, oh, it sounds like agave nectar. I think of that, right? Agave just sounds so natural, like they're squeezing the agave in the cup and just consuming it. It's mostly marketing because it's still sugar and it's still high in fructose. So I would be just mindful for the listener out there to look at the grams of added sugar you're consuming in a day, no matter where it comes from. And then the plus 1 would be alcohol, which is really a saboteur to our gut feeling connection. It will impact our gut microbiome. It's been shown to increase leaky gut syndrome, really raise systemic inflammation, and it's a neurotoxin. Researchers have shown that even drinking a small amount a few times a week is associated with lower brain volume, lower hippocampus size, which we need for focus and energy and having optimal cognition.